Where was I? Oh, yes.
Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Sacrifice. In the last episode, we took the first mission for the gods who are willing to currently work for us, which is all of them. And we sided with Stratos, going to... Oh, what was the name of the place now? Dahlia, I think is what it was? Which had been abandoned by the gods, and it was forbidden from anyone to set foot into that realm for 100 generations. And when we arrived there were a bunch of ghosts. We escorted Sarabella, a brainiac, under Stratos' care, in order to allow it to scan the areas and then come up with an idea as to what actually is happening in this land, since no one had been there for quite some time. And the place had no faith. No god had stepped foot in there. There was no reason for anyone to believe in the gods any longer. And Eldred, the wizard we are playing, commented a bit about this, how it was familiar to him, a complete, total emptiness. We came back here, and we witnessed Mithras, the old man who we are regaling with our the story about what we have done in the past, as maybe he could then piece together a puzzle as to what's actually going on, given that, remember, this is all history. This is all a flashback of sorts that we are playing at the moment, leading up to the eventual discovery of Mithras and the decimation of what looks like most of the life, if not all of it, in its totality in this world. We then put up the vote for what god we want to do next, and the votes are in. And this time, it was James who won, with 3 votes for James. We had 2 votes for Persephone, 1 vote for Stratos, and 1 vote for Charnel as well. The vote we got for Stratos came in after the votes were closed, but I will still consider it for a potential future Let's Play if we ever go through this a 3rd time at that point. And just in case you have forgotten about the spells that we now have access to permanently, as we completed well, not maybe permanently if we play this game again, but for the rest of this particular run through the game, we have access to brainiacs, flying creatures that knock down foes but have a longish cooldown on their attack. Frost wolves, which are very fast, very high damage units. Or is it very high damage? Decent DPS, very quick, with the option to make themselves even faster. They can self-cast speed on themselves. That's what self-cast means to them. And the sylphs, range support that can go invisible. We also gained lightning. We'll talk a little bit about some of the differences between these spells, because I'm sure they might seem somewhat similar, but there's actually quite a bit of tactical differences between the spells we'll have access to. And on that note, I don't think I've ever done James's 2nd mission, so let's see what we earn for doing it. On that note, though, I did guess as to what we're getting for spells. I think we're going to earn a spell called Stone Skin, and the creature that we're going to earn is a basilisk, but I don't know what they do. I don't think we'll actually be told what Stone Skin does, but I'm assuming it will reduce the damage that we take by a percentage.
I don't know about this prophecy. I don't think any of us, even Charnel, would be dim enough to start something like that. But I do know there's a dragon what's been quite a thorn in my side lately. Now there's a problem a body could fix.
Right. Mithras has also let us know about a prophecy that he had envisioned, in which the world is destroyed after one of these gods opened up something called a demon gate or something of that sort. Interesting. Alright, well, heads up everyone, this is my very first attempt at the mission. So I'm going to be figured we would record it. And also, I'll talk a little bit about this particular Let's Play with you guys when we're done with this mission. Assuming we can actually complete it.
In my own world, dragons were long since extinct, hunted for tooth and scale and heart. As the boneyards drew near, some part of me thought ahead with sorrow to the prospect of slaying so magnificent a creature.
Oh, but imp slavery. He's fine with that.
Siroko's lair's around here somewhere. Be careful, but do what you can to stop that dragon.
Let's show those blighters what for.
Gamel is one salty old veteran. Hero of the first Battle of Karn, to hear him tell it. Oh, he's handy to have in a fight, to be sure. But he could have a touch more respect for his betters, if you ask me.
Guard me.
We may as well get some mana horse, and from what we've experienced in the past, we're going to want probably 4 of them until we can get about 3 manoliths created.
You are Group 9, semicircle formation. Guard me.
The gaze of the basilisk can temporarily turn enemies to stone.
Okay,
Move.
so it's a stun, I'm guessing, of some sort.
Saxo, Nito. You are Group 2. Skirmish formation. Guard me.
And then we'll take a single Frost Wolf.
You are Group 1.
Alright, let's do this. Oh man! So I don't know what we're supposed to. What's our objectives? Oh God! Stop! No, stop! What are we doing? Oh, Stone Skin, the new spell. I forgot I hotkeeyed it to J. 1 second. What's our mission objective? Subdue Sirocco. So let's find out where this dragon is. Oh, I see hostiles. The purple makes me think that this is going to be Charnel that we're facing off against.
Up and away.
There is... Oh, there's a hostile there. Multiple hostiles. Lots of hostiles.
There, you see that red beam? Well, that creature is guardianed to the manolith. Now that makes him very tough. In fact, the manolith can't be destroyed until he dies. When you're near a friendly manolith, you can cast Guardian on your own creatures.
Attack flesh.
Group 1. Guard me. Group 2. Attack.
Right.
Group 2. Guard me. Group 1. Guard me.
Okay, not bad. Not bad. That was not so difficult. We want the souls first if we can get them. In this case, I think. We'll get another manolith up. Someone has created these manoliths and put creatures on them, and these look undead. So these are likely Charnel's creatures. So he is probably responsible for what's happening with the dragon currently. Yes, it was very important I do that. I haste myself, apparently, to get over here for the 1 second quicker it took me. Okay, let's take the high ground.
Group 2. Semicircle formation. Guard me. Group 1. Guard me.
Oh, I want her in front.
Circle formation. Phalanx formation. Guard me. Group 2. Guard me. Group 1.
Okay,
Try to keep up.
go.
Group 8. Guard me.
Oh, we're not going... okay, there's a giant rift in the ground there, so we're not going that way.
Group 1. Guard me.
Interesting that skill of hers says run away. Interesting.
Guard me.
That would mean that it's used for fleeing, as it were. Oh, maybe we were supposed to go there first. But seeing these other manoliths, I am suspicious. Very suspicious. I am extraordinarily suspicious that that Sorako is not in her right mind, and or is already killed, and now working for Charnel.
There's the Ragman. They used to call him the Master of Terror before Acheron displaced him.
Group 2.
Looking.
You are Group 2. Guard me. Attack.
I think we killed the Ragman, which is great. Oh God! Is that the dragon?
Group 8. Attack. Bind formation.
Up and away.
Group 8. Guard.
So he likes using, apparently.
Over here?
Nice! In the butt!
Guard me.
On the prowl.
Group 2. Guard me. Move.
Come this way.
Group 8. Guard.
Good. We didn't lose anybody, which is good. Oh, sorry, we lost lots of people, which is bad.
Group 2.
Hello, looking for me?
Attack. You are Group 2. Group 8. Attack.
Yeah.
Guard.
Try to.
Okay, so while we're close to the Manolith, I think they'll heal. By the way, everyone, I'm so sorry, but there's going to be a whole lot of not talking during the combats here. I apologize. Unless I record my audio after, we're not going to have much in the way of speaking here.
Looking for me?
Guard me.
Okay.
Frostwolves, where are you?
Guard me.
On the prowl.
I want both
yes.
Guard me.
Guard me,
You are
8.
Group 1. Group 1.
I guess as long as the Ragman's here, we'll go ahead and just get rid of him. This is probably his shrine. That music got really loud all of a sudden. I do apologize for that. Oh God! I think our temple might be under attack. Oh, that sucked.
Group 2. Attack. Group 8.
If we can kill him. While his temple's being desecrated. Keep Mr. Also selling Vulture alive. And that should defeat him. He should be gone. Was that it?
That got him.
You are not as I thought. Are you real? I feel as though I have awakened from a wearying slumber, too heavy with dreams.
Sirocco, you owe this one your life. The Ragman had tainted your perceptions, but he has been banished.
Sirocco is the mother of all dragons. We are lucky to have her on our side. Let's try not to do anything to lose her trust, Master.
As for you, Wanderer, we are well pleased to see you contend against the forces of darkness. We are pleased by the wisdom and justice of your deeds.
Persephone has offered you a...
Oh my god! Wow! Accidental perfect on the first attempt! I'll take it! We already took a mana bonus, so let's gain a regeneration bonus. I think this might be life, not mana regen, but it'll still be useful. Unless it is my mana regeneration rate.
Yet you must not think the malice of the Ragman is ended here. He has been banished from Solus, but Charnel will see to it that the Ragman is reborn elsewhere.
Well, that was awesome. But like, what were we supposed to do? I mean, that was what we were supposed to do. What was the other option? Kill it? Kill the dragon? It never really so Sirocco never really presented herself or himself as a target. And the one time we saw it fly in front of us, we were dealing with the Ragman, so I wasn't interested in fighting it. Interesting. Now, a few more. Well, we'll talk a few more. Let's get back. Let's get back, and we'll chat a bit at the end of
Trouble had arrived.
the video.
Even word of Charnel's restoration of the Forbidden Demon Gate paled by comparison to the news of Pyro's misdeeds, attacking Urgaz and abducting the infants of an entire tribe of trolls. As usual, their argument began before I'd even arrived.
Persephone and Stratos are obviously conspiring against me. This whole question of the Maw of Doom is so plainly a fabrication.
It matters not how oft your tongue protests innocence, when your deeds do bear your heart's true villainy. You have invaded our domain once again, and not merely in warfare come, but with far crueler purpose.
The gnomes came to me for help. Apparently they are weary of your neglect and your incessant demands. Why should they continue to suffer for the comfort of savage and brutish beings like the trolls?
I see only one savage and brutish being here.
Come now, you mustn't forget me.
Everyone wait. Haven't we all had enough of wars?
No.
If it was war they wanted, war they would get.
Alright, I have a few things to chat with you guys about, but first, let's go ahead and visit all the gods. This way, those people who don't care about any after-combat chats, miscellaneous stuff and what have you, can just go away at the end of this and be like, yep, I'm done, Tim. I don't need to watch anymore. Thanks for uploading this, and here's my vote.
Remaining on the defensive is a recipe for failure. Having won Stratos as an ally, at least for the time being, there can be no course but to strike Pyro and strike quickly.
Going to war directly against Pyro, apparently, Persephone.
It's this prophecy what's got everyone so worked up. Well, before we go off half-cocked, it's probably best to look into them forces of destruction a little closer. I think I know the way.
potential mission, it sounds like where we'll be gathering information about something that could assist us with the prophecy.
We must force Pyro to overplay his hand before he becomes too powerful. Are you willing to take on the responsibility of defending Surta's keep?
Sounds like Stratos is going to encourage Pyro to attack him, and in doing so, walk into a trap. Potentially then we get to banish one of his... I'm guessing that when a wizard and the servant of these gods is banished, that it takes some amount of effort for the god to resurrect him again.
I am stronger than either tree-hugging Persephone or spiritless Stratos, but combined they may give me some trouble. It is time to appeal to James for help.
Okay, Pyro's looking to gain an ally of his own. And Charnel, what are you up to?
Pyro will be in need of an ally, and I could use a pawn. Of course, if I know Pyro, he will require a little convincing, but that is accomplished easily enough.
Ah. And Charnel hopes to persuade Pyro to join forces with him. Alright guys, you know the drill by now. Go ahead and vote for which god we will do the next mission on. A heads up again that you'll have to leave a comment to let me know which god you want to work for, and I will heart my own comment, which has the tallied total of who's voted for who when the votes are closed. So if you go and see my comment and I've got a heart on it, that means you can vote for whoever you like, but it won't count towards the gods that we'll be doing the 2 playthroughs of this game at the moment. Remember again that whoever wins is the next god. If we have a tie, I will roll off, or a triplet, or whatever it is. We have a 3-way tie. Is that the correct way to phrase that? I'll roll dice to determine, because I don't want to vote. And lastly, whoever came in second place will be the gods that we do the second run through the game with. And with all that said, I'd like to cut the recording here, but I can't because I'm using OBS Studio to record. So I'm just going to chat a little bit about recording this particular game with you guys for a bit. If you want to just hear me babble for maybe like another 5 or 10 minutes, hang around. Otherwise, thank you for watching what you did. Thank you for voting if you do. And I hope to see you in the next one. All right. So it's occurred to me that this game, as is obvious to all of us who have been playing or watching it, is a real-time strategy game. And like many games that are real-time strategy in nature, or even FPSs, or some game that requires me to be active during the play, something that is beyond just a turn-based strategy game, it is beneficial to play the game constantly. I am not recording the game until the votes are in, and about a week has passed. This means that I am pretty rusty when I fire up the game again to record it. And it's a bit awkward in that regard because, well, I have to remember what my hotkeys are. I have to actually remember how to play the game again, and I have to do it all rather well, especially if I want to win the first time through. This was super lucky that I was able to complete James's mission the first time, and we got the boon for it too. I mention this because when I sit down to record this game, when I did this today, I decided that I'm going to just record. We're just going to do the best we can, and win or lose, okay, well, we're still going to get that on screen. And if I'm rusty, hopefully people will begin to recognize or realize that I am, and it will knock some of the dust and rust off me as I play. But I'm concerned that I won't give you guys the great gameplay that you really want. So this is a way for me to apologize if it looks like I'm making a bunch of obvious mistakes. Because I am. Because I'm waiting a week to record the game again. This way the votes can come in. I don't know another way to go about it, unfortunately. Like, I really want you guys to vote. I want you participating in this. And I need a few days to elapse so that votes can come in from people who cannot watch the current episode and vote on the next god within, like, 1 day. I want to make sure that we get several days. So, once again, I am sorry if it looks like I'm not doing so well. It's because I'm honestly not doing so well in the game. But we managed it here. We managed it here. Okay, next. That was super lucky that we completed the task for Earthworm Jim? For James. First go. And that we got the boon. If we didn't get the boon, I'm not going to reattempt it again. We're just going to have to live with the fact we didn't get it. So that's super lucky that we got it. On that note, I remember reading about some of the later boons that you can get. I don't remember how you get them, but I remember that, like, later on, we can just grant the boon for winning a mission. But in some missions, during a betrayal, the god that grants us the boon will be determined by whose side we are on. In other words, there might have been a different boon available for James's mission, given by a different god. Maybe if we killed Sirocco, Charnel would give us a boon instead of Persephone. That's also quite possible, I believe, though I don't think that's the case for the first 2 missions, but it might have been. This was also interesting because you saw that the boon was from Persephone, not from James. In the first mission, the mission we did and the boon we were granted were both from Stratos. When you get a boon as well, what is offered to you is dependent upon the god that you are working for. I think Stratos gives. I think it's actually, maybe that's not the case. Maybe it does differ as you go forward. For the third missions here, I only remember Stratus's third mission, and by that only the creature that we get working for him. I think the third creature we get is a strong melee creature that consumes 3 souls, if I recall correctly, to summon it. If we had done Stratus' second mission, we would have seen it. I think I want to call them lightning giants, but I'm not sure that's accurate, given what they look like. The creatures here look very strange, so it's not going to look like what you would expect. But Stratus' third mission would be this creature with, like, these talons for hands, a giant talon sticking out of its back, a giant melting face in the front of it, and it can call down a lightning strike on itself, which heavily damages it, but greatly increases its damage output, and I think its speed slightly, if I recall correctly. I have no clue what the others do. And that's it, everyone. So one more time, don't forget to vote. Thank you for listening to me talk a bit. I think there's like 1 or 2 things else I wanted to talk about, but I forgot what they are now, so they're not important, I suppose. And I will hopefully hear and or see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone. Oh, almost did that again. You better save the mission, Tim. LP1. Holy crap, that was so close. Alright, now I'm done. Thanks for watching, everyone.